In this video, I am sharing some of my vintage or vintage-inspired wardrobe. I do, in this video, try to give you sizes, and I wanted to explain to you why I do that. Vintage sizing is very different than modern sizing. So if you are new to buying vintage clothes, you really are going to want to ideally try them on if you can. But I know a lot of it is done online. If you can't try it on, really try to go by the measurements. And I will say that a lot of vintage clothing doesn't have as much stretch as some of today's fabrics do. So do not, if you are a size 10 in modern sizing, do not buy a size 10 in vintage clothing. If you're a size 4 and it says vintage size 12 or vintage size 8, don't be afraid to look into the measurements of that garment because it very well could be your measurements. I am about a modern size 4, sometimes depending, of course modern sizing is all over the place too, so anywhere from a 2, 4, 6 in modern size clothes. That gives you kind of a reference. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to go out and find some vintage clothing. I love bringing new life to old clothes. Here we have a dress that I made for my summer vacation in Mexico. I wore this dress to tour wineries in San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. This is the Liz dress from Charm Patterns. Sizing in Charm Patterns for me is typically between a 4 and a 6 in the more fitted, and I tend to like a 4 in the patterns with more ease. Of course, this is nipped and tucked to fit my figure. This lovely mint fabric with spring blossoms and cherries, which was purchased online from Stone Mountain and Daughter Fabrics. The cherry bag and shoes were purchased from Collective. This dress is the Scout dress from Charm Patterns. This particular pattern is exclusive to Patreon members. I've been a Patreon member for a couple years now. I chose the puff sleeve version and the gathered skirt. I made this in a size 4 with alterations, of course, customized to me. The fabric was purchased online from Mood Fabrics and features this lovely striped border. This fabric does have a bit of stretch to it. Shoes were purchased from Collective and are the brand Lulu Hun. This bright and summery dress is the chemise dress, which can be found in the book Gertie Sews Jiffy Dresses. I don't recall what size I made, but I'm guessing it was around a size 8. This is a rayon fabric that I believe I purchased from the Hawaiian Fabric Mart. The purse is true vintage and was thrifted. Shoes were also thrifted. Belts were purchased from Unique Vintage, and the hat was purchased in Mexico. This gorgeous set was a purchase. I did not make this. This is a vintage Lucy Ann robe and nightgown set. I actually wore this the day of my daughter's wedding as we were getting ready, doing our hair and our makeup. I absolutely love the vibrant colors, those amazing bishop sleeves, and just overall how it flows. I did pay around $100 at the estate sale, which is a little bit more than I would typically pay, but quite honestly, it was worth every single penny.
how chic is this 1960s tunic and pant set in the contrasting black and white. This Mr. Dino outfit was purchased at a local estate sale. I believe I paid around $25 for it. This is a vintage size 12. The pants fit me great. The tunic may need to be tailored just a bit to take it in a little. I think this will be great during the cool months. It's comfortable and it'll keep me warm. Up next, we have an outfit that is ready for a day in the office. I purchased this set at an estate sale for $6. It is a vintage 1990s from JH Collectibles in a size 4. Love the black and white checks. Love the great shoulder pads on this one. Perfect for the office. Shoes are also vintage and from an estate sale. Up next, we have another day in the office look. This red blazer and skirt set is a Casper ASL vintage 1990s, also in a size 4. This is a beautiful set with these bold black buttons and gold accents and the pocket scarf. I absolutely love it. This navy and white set is vintage 1980s by the Dina Bennett Incorporated Company. It is a vintage size 10. I love the 1940s nod with the length of the skirt, the peplum and wrap top, the polka dot print. So flattering. I absolutely love this for a day in the office.
So much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy seeing some of my vintage clothing or vintage inspired clothing. This was a different video for me to film. I am really just getting used to this new body of mine as someone that has been morbidly obese or obese for 25 years. So modeling in front of camera, definitely a new thing for me, but I loved doing it and I hope you loved watching it. I hope that inspires you to go find some vintage clothing or to dress however it is that you choose to dress, because I think it is a personal statement and you should never be afraid to put on the clothing that makes you feel happy and special. And so I would encourage you to do just that. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to bringing you more content such as this, if that is what you enjoyed watching.